What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video. As you can see in the title and in the thumbnail of this video here in the background, it says breaking: parents went off on the California public school teacher who had a meltdown in class after Trump won. They said he made the most racist comment and should be fired. Parents are offended. Put the school board on notice. So we got some clip of the parents going off on the school board, but before we get into those clips, we're gonna watch the news clip so we can get some context for you guys.
Let me tell you, I know a lot of Latino men on this campus, adults and students, that love Donald Trump, and he's called their mothers rapists. He's called their fathers rapists.
Now at 5:30, an Inland Empire teacher's profanity-laced anti-Trump tirade is going viral at this hour, and it came the day after Trump became the president-elect. Good evening. This is the KTLA 5 News at 5:30. I'm Cher Calvin.
And I'm Micah Ullman. The Moreno Valley Unified School District has put the high school teacher on leave while it investigates the recording.
Now, some students are objecting to the district's action and are now protesting in support of the teacher. KTLA's Shelby Nelson joins us live from Moreno Valley with the controversy. Shelby.
Sure, Micah, and tonight we're actually talking about two incidents, one here in Moreno Valley, another at the Chino Valley High School. Now, critics believe that these teachers went way too far and had no place in lecturing their students about their political beliefs, not to mention the way in which they did it. Some are even calling for them to be fired. But on the other hand, there are supporters who say, yes, maybe it was wrong, it should have been toned down, but it's not enough to fire them.
A rapist, draft-dodging coward, treasonous scum. Why would he win? Why would he win? Why did he win?
A teacher's post-election Trump rant going viral. This audio recording is from a teacher at Valley View High School in Moreno Valley.
But has Donald Trump quoted Hitler? Yes. Does he embody some of Hitler's ideas? Yes.
The recording now with millions of listens.
Let me tell you, I know a lot of Latino men on this campus, adults and students, that love Donald Trump, and he's called their mothers rapists. He's called their fathers rapists. He's called them criminals. He called them the poison in the blood of our country.
He could have definitely worded it a different way. He could have made it like family friendly, like no swear words. He could have got his point across.
Jude Vasquez has the teacher's second period class. He and several students walked out of school today.
Bring him back! Bring him back!
In protest, calling on the Moreno Valley Unified School District to bring the AP World History teacher back after he was placed on administrative leave.
They tried silencing us, but they will not silence us today! Yeah!
In a statement, the district told KTLA in part, we were recently made aware of an incident at one of our high schools in which a staff member's discussion about the election results turned unprofessional. We do not condone the behavior that occurred, and an immediate investigation has been launched.
We have a lot of teachers here who say racist stuff and openly support Trump, and nothing happens to them.
Many students believe this teacher is being singled out and that disciplining of teachers should be fair.
I feel as though he should come back to the school.
At Chino Valley High School, another teacher was recorded saying people voted for a rapist before disciplining a student for wearing a Trump hat.
Turn it off and tell her to go back to your freaking seat now. Go. Take the. Can you send security up? Please, room B205. I have a boy who has a Trump hat on, and I'm not going to tolerate it today. Bye-bye. I don't care if you have a Harris hat or Trump hat. You're out of here.
A Chino Valley Unified spokesperson couldn't say whether that teacher has been placed on leave, but they are investigating. Now, here at Moreno Valley Unified School District, a board meeting is going on right now. Open session begins at 6 o'clock, and many of those students and parents told us that they would be here to bring that issue up to the board, even though it is not a formal agenda item. Reporting live from Moreno Valley, I'm Shelby Nelson, KTLA 5 News.
Shelby.
These teachers are freaking losing their mind. They're absolutely losing their mind. And we're saying that these teachers are crossing the line because they're borderline indoctrinating their students, but everybody wants to completely ignore that. But I'm glad this teacher, I think, is facing some consequences. But let's go and see what the parents had to say.
That is in the teacher's classroom that did school. Can you ensure every parent that is in the teacher's classroom that did all of those racial outbursts will not be bullied? Can you guarantee that no child that has that teacher, that father or grandfather voted for President Trump, will they be bullied? And if so, what are you going to do about it? It is time that the schools, the school districts, stop tolerating hate speech in class. There should be zero tolerance for hate speech. To say that a Hispanic man wants to be white, that is a racial... Sorry. I'm offended. Yo soy mexicana. I am Chicana. I am indigenous, and my family voted for Trump. I have family members that also voted for Kamala Harris, but does that give me an excuse or anyone else a reason to racially attack them? No, it doesn't.
Exactly.
What are you going to do about this teacher? Because he should be fired. There should be zero tolerance for hate speech. And ma'am, you really need to stop with the grinning. All I see is a room full of parents that are very angry. You need to be respectful. All of you need to be reminded you are public servants. The people pay for you to be there, and the people can remove you quickly. You need to remind yourselves that what are you going to do when children start being bullied because of the hate speech that this teacher was saying in the classroom? Again, can you guarantee any of the parents that their child will not be bullied? Because now you are put on notice. If any child is harassed because of the disgusting rhetoric that was put in the class, now you are legally put on notice. Thank you.
There it is. We got to start suing these school districts. I'm telling you, got to start suing these school districts. That's the only way. Start suing these school board members. That's the only way they're going to learn their lesson. That's the only way.
But what I want to sit here and say is, the bad words that were being spoken by Mr. Perez is bad enough. I've heard students sit here and say how they admire him as a teacher. That may be so. But when you're in a position like that, you are held up to a bigger standard.
Exactly.
What's good for the goose is what's good for the gander. You want to sit there and accuse people that they will be, that to sit there and call other students when the majority of your student population is Hispanic, that they know politics in their household, these students, and what you just did is make the most racist comment to tell them that their fathers, blessed to have their fathers in their home, like myself, that if they voted for Trump, that they only did it because they wished they were white.
That's crazy.
That is the worst of it all.
That's
Shame
crazy.
on him, and I know you will do your due process. Thank you.
That is absolutely crazy. But the left never sees their racism. They can never see it. But it's so overt. It's really crazy how it's not, how they don't recognize it.
You know, this thing went viral. This teacher, Mr. Perez, I guess his name is, I guess he figured out that somebody had voted for Trump, and he got pretty upset, and he went crazy. So I don't know.
You know, men that wish they were white, and I'll never admit it to you. A lot of your fathers, a lot of your uncles, a lot of your grandfathers. God, they want to be white so bad, they never will be. What? Hate that. I hate Latino men that oppress the women in their family, their own daughters, and they turn around and that won't oppress them.
Okay, so that's the example, right? He's cussing, he's calling people like us that are conservative, that we want to be white. This is a racial rant, right? And just right now, you guys resolved the policy to make November Native American Heritage Day. The Latinos were part Native. You know, we have Native blood in us. So he literally assaulted the policy you just created. So I say I know he's been removed. I say you strip him. He can't work for the schools anymore. Remove him of his duties. Thanks so much. God bless you.
I love that these parents are standing up. I love that these parents are not playing games.
Let me start off with saying I'm Mexican American. And anytime that I go to these school board meetings, I don't let people know where I stand. You know, I try to stay nonpartisan. What that teacher did was unacceptable. He said things on the audio that should never been said. He used profane language, and it's just unacceptable. I felt that I should wear my Trump shirt because of the things that he said in that audio. And, you know, he has a right to say those things, but not at our schools. That was just crossing the line, and he never should have done that.
At all.
The profane language, I'm just surprised. There's got to be consequences. Consequences for things that you do, consequences for things that you say. And I'm not sure if he should get fired, but I'm really to that level where...
Oh, no, he definitely should get fired. Oh, he definitely, absolutely, 100,000 gazillion% should get fired. Period. And probably never allowed to teach again. Hey, but that's just me.
There needs to be some major consequences. The other thing that I'm here for is, I've been at Valverde most of my time over there at those school board meetings, but I try to watch these meetings and no one's being broadcast, their faces. Why is that? I have no respect for you guys. I want to know why that's happening, why it went to that point. Now what I'm going to do on my little channel, Reno Valley First, on Facebook, on Instagram, I'm going to come here and record every time that we're doing these non-agenda items. And I want to make sure that it changes, because until it doesn't, I'm going to ask Donovan Sadiq to come here and do the same thing. He was here last time. We're going to do our First Amendment right to record. You guys need to be transparent. You need to have, I don't know why all those meetings got deleted, but that's ridiculous. Just because you can do it doesn't mean you should do it. That's ridiculous. So I'm going to be here recording, and I hope you change it so I don't have to bring my little tripod here and do this. Thank you.
Oh, wow. So he recorded this footage. Shout out to this patriot right here, man. Whoever this man is, if this is, I guess he's pointing at the camera and the tripod, so I'm assuming that he's the one that set that up. Shout out to that man. Let's see what this guy has to say.
We have attracted the attention of the world's richest man, Elon Musk, Corey DeLangelis, one of the top education experts. We even have a board member from a competing or neighboring school district here tonight. Why they're here? Looking at the absolutely 6-alarm dumpster fire that's been going on in this school district for decades, and you have not done hardly anything to correct it. Now the world knows.
Man.
We're world famous on something, and it's not very good. You talk about student achievement, especially at Edgemont Elementary, and what the problem is. You've heard it for decades. CJ can testify. He's been on this board 14 years, and I brought it up for every one of those and before. There is no possible way. That's why this looks like worse than a clown car 3-ring circus going on here. Then you cut our time. You try to intimidate us. Please bring it on. Then you try to intimidate the kids and the students of telling them, oh, you can't talk about that. Have you ever heard of Baca versus Moreno Valley Unified School District? You come up here and say whatever you want to. It's called the First Amendment to the Constitution. You ought to teach it in this school. Maybe we wouldn't have the problems we do. Knock it off.
Wow.
Get your act together, please, before you burn this thing clear to the ground.
That's right. That's right. I am loving every second of this.
There was a gentleman going back. Another thing, there was a gentleman going back that was standing at the podium. He turns it around and he's yelling at the audience. That's ghetto. You're supposed to be professional people here. So, man, and you'll continue it. They're talking about this, Mr. Perez. I'm surprised, and I don't know nothing about it, but how many times have you people and boards before buried things under the rug? From assault to sexual molestation, it's been done. There's records. We pay record amount of money for that crap that you didn't take care of. $8 million, the lawsuit.
Man, these parents are pissed off. Oh my God. Oh my God. But yeah, so it looks like mainstream media is starting to pick up this news. Shout out to Corey for putting this video on X for us to watch here. But I'm glad this is getting exposed. I don't know who recorded that video from the teacher in the classroom, but shout out to that person as well, because you have finally exposed what's been going on. We knew what's been going on, but they say that they're not doing it, but these teachers are definitely trying to indoctrinate these students. So let me know what you guys think. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hit the like button down below. It really helps the channel out. And of course, if you're brand new, consider hitting the subscribe button. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.